Hey, my name is Alix West Lefler. I play Parker in My Life with the Walter Boys, and you are watching Pop Culture with Pat.
Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. So I am super excited to be joined by today's guests. Today I am talking to Alix West Lefler about My Life with the Walter Boys. She plays Parker on the series. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
You are very welcome. So, yeah, really excited to talk to you, Alex. I love the series. I checked it out. It's actually kind of cool because I know you guys didn't film there, but I was born in Colorado. I don't remember a whole lot because I was really little when I left. But that was just fun to see because I went into the series not really having like any background of the series, so I went in fresh. So that was really nice. But for you, you play Parker on the series. When you first got the role and you were reading the scripts, what were just like some of your initial thoughts about your character?
Well, first, I saw that she has nine brothers, um, which I did think it was going to get a little crowded, but I was really excited.
Yeah, I'll say it's definitely a big family for sure. But I think one of the things that they do really well with the series is just being able to manage not only just like the family, but then you also got the cast, the people at like the school and other
Yeah.
different areas of the series too. And I think you everyone gets a good amount of time to kind of like shine on the
Yeah.
show. What ways do you feel similar to Parker? And then what ways do you think that maybe you're a little bit different from her?
Well, I know that Parker um, likes sports such as field hockey and football. And I really like sports too. I do some logger sports, which is like axe throwing, log rolling, and I'm starting to do some volleyball. But how I differ from her? Well, I don't have nine brothers, so
That's perfectly fine. That's pretty crazy. Axe throwing. How did you get into that?
well, my parents did lumberjack shows, which is just some cheesy competitions with a couple of lumberjacks. Super fun. We'd go all around the world. And I got really into it. When I was 4, I started throwing axes, not real axes, foam. And when I was 7, I got a hatchet. And when I was 10, my dad made me my own personal double-bitted axe.
Wow, that is pretty crazy. So I've seen some like there's a couple areas around me that have where you can go and like throw axes, at they have like, bars and stuff like that kind of mixed with them. I've never actually done it myself just because I'm so worried that, go to throw it and like it would like bounce off and come back and like come towards me. So I mean, that's pretty impressive to, be doing it like at your age and you said you like do like different like competitions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How familiar were you with the world of My Life with the Walter Boys? I know it's based off a book. Did you like read it all beforehand, or is that something that like afterwards you kind of looked into that?
I didn't know that there was a book until I got cast. And actually, near the end of the show, Ali Novak gave me one of her signed copies of the book, and I started to get into it.
That's pretty cool. So, did you get a chance to finish the whole thing?
I didn't.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Well, hey, you got
Yeah, I'm a
time.
really slow reader.
Hey, that's no problem at all. You had the so like you said, you had this huge family, with the Walters, with all the brothers. Could you just talk about forming the family dynamic with them and the relationship? Did you guys do anything outside of just filming to kind of like bond with each other?
All the cast of My Life with the Walter Boys and I kind of just clicked at the start. But I mean, on and off set, on set, we would toss around the football, have some nice chats, or come up with some dances. But I really clicked with Dean and Lennox. We went bowling, we'd go out for dinners, we went horseback riding. Everybody was just so sweet.
I was gonna say, it looked like, just from watching the show, it looked like it was a beautiful area where you guys filmed the show. So that's cool. Like, had you done any horseback riding? You mentioned that. Had you done that like previous to this, or did you kind of learn coming on the show?
Um, we didn't in the show. I didn't do any horseback riding, but I just did it out of the show with Dean and Lennox. But it was Kind of my first time, kind of.
Yeah, I'll say I've done it like a couple times myself. I'm definitely like a very like rookie when
Yeah.
it comes to that stuff. But again, that's pretty cool. In the series, so Jackie, she kind of takes on the role of being an older sister for Parker. What was it like working with Nikki Rodriguez and the scenes that you got to work with her?
Working with Nikki was so nice. She is such a sweet person. There was this one scene that we did together where I didn't want to put on the wedding dress. And in between takes, we would have fun chats or we'd be laughing because I got the ball stuck under the bed so many times. We had to keep moving the bed. It was so much fun.
That's hilarious. So did she seems like a great person too, just like even like outside the series. Did she almost kind of take on like an older sister role as far as just like being like outside of the show as well?
Yeah, she was really sweet and took time to see all of the kids, including me. And actually, on the last day, she got a Polaroid of us two, and she made this beautiful, lovely card, um, which just shows how what a nice person she is.
Yeah, so that's really nice just to kind of go that extra mile and do something like that, for you guys. You also had some great scenes too, working with Noah, especially like the one that's really kind of like heartbreaking where, he didn't end up showing up. Can you talk about, just like working with him? Again, he seems like a great guy from some of the interviews and stuff that I've seen with him.
Noah is such like has the sweetest soul. He is so amazing. On and off set, we just had this great bond. He would take a ton of time to talk to the kids and I, just like Nikki did. He was super funny, super nice guy. Um, I'm super excited to see him in season two.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's funny because like in the show, Cole's kind of like complicated. You see that you can see glimpses of him being a nice guy, but then he can also do some stuff that's not so nice. So, it's always funny sometimes where you have a character like the times where he's being kind of a little bit more not so nice, but then like you said in person, he's like the sweetest person that you can like be around.
Yeah.
The show, so the show's been a huge hit, for you guys. So congratulations on that. And you got season two. Was there a moment where you were working on the series that you kind of had a feeling that you were making something that was really going to connect with the audiences when it came out? Because I know sometimes, like, you're working on projects, you're constantly, doing different shows or movies, and you hope that it connects with the audience, but you never really kind of like know until it comes out. But was there any time where you kind of felt like this is something special that we're making here?
When I read the script, I thought that, but when we were actually filming, I was just in the moment with everybody, having a ton of fun and happy that everybody was enjoying it just as much as I was.
Yeah. No, I mean, and then now you get to see like all the fan reaction, people, I'm sure you've been probably tagged in a bunch of stuff like online and different things like that. What was your favorite scene to film? And then what was your favorite scene to watch and why do those scenes stick out for you?
I'd say my favorite scene to film was tossing around the football with um, Cole, Isaac, and Miles. It was a lot of fun. We'd have a ton of chats in between scenes and tossing around the football. But I'd say for watching a scene, um, I found it interesting with the fight between Alex and Cole, because that's nothing like how they are in person. They're the sweetest guys, like such sweethearts. So I was really interested in it.
Yeah, so it must like really throw you off where you get to work with them and see them how they are in real life. And I mean, as far as just like playing football and stuff, so it's like obviously you're working, you're doing a job, but it almost seems like it's like just having so much fun, just getting to go to work and toss around a football for a couple
Yeah,
hours while you're filming a scene. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, I don't think.
yeah.
So the show, it came out, like I said, it's been a huge hit for you. What's been the reaction been like for you? And has anything that you've seen so far from the reaction, has anything surprised you so far?
Um, the it coming out and blowing up so much, I'm not surprised because everybody put such hard work and effort into this, and I think everybody really deserves it blowing up. But I was really surprised how fast it went worldwide and how fast season two got announced. But I'm really excited to see everybody again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, talk about, I mean, a great like Christmas present for you to get, announced like right before the holidays. I'm sure you were probably really excited to see that.
Very.
Because I've gotten to talk to a couple other people, from the cast and kind of like mentioned the same thing. I just talked to Ashley who plays Tara on the show, and she was like, "Yeah, I mean, you can't get a much better Christmas present than getting like a season two." And speaking of season two, Alex, so you just got announced for that. Have you given any thought of like where you might like to see your character go in season two, or like people like maybe she like interact with more in season two?
I'd really like to see Parker interact more with Jackie. I mean, they finally left off on finally getting to bond like sisters. So I'd really like to see where that takes off.
Yeah, no, I think that would be great. And slight spoilers, guys, if you haven't seen all the show, I'm just going to say that real quick before I mention this. But obviously, we see her taking off at the plane at the very end there. So it's like you said, finally get that moment where it's like they had that bonding, and now she's leaving. So hopefully, we get to see her come back, and that would be great to get to see you guys kind of bond even like closer, and kind of like as you're growing up in the series like as well. As far as like every project you work on, Alex, I'm sure it's a learning experience for you. um what did you take away just from like working on My Life with the Walter Boys?
Well, with such an ensemble cast, it was really hard to focus on just one person. But I think I learned something different from each person. I mean, everybody would come to set super prepared and had their lines stuck down, and they showed such courtesy to everybody, um, which I really appreciated. And everybody spent all their time or a lot of their time making sure everybody was included.
Now, so was this one of your biggest sets that you worked on as far as like having like a big like ensemble like this, or have you done anything prior to this like that?
I think this would be my biggest. Yeah, this would be the biggest cast I've had.
Having so many people like running around, doing playing like different roles. So that's, I mean, really nice to get to kind of get that, experience working with a bigger cast. But like I said, I mean, it played out really well in the series where everyone kind of gets their moment to shine. And now hopefully, we got season two, but I'm hoping that not only do we have season two, but I'm hoping we get like several more seasons, because I feel like with all you guys, there's plenty of stories to tell for sure.
Yeah.
So, Alex, there's usually always a practical like jokester or someone who's on the set that's always getting someone, everyone else to kind of laugh, in between takes and stuff like that. Who was that person on My Life with the Walter Boys?
Hands down, Lennox. He was the jokester, he was the clown, he was the star of the show. He really made everybody super happy and super joyful.
That's so funny. So, yeah, can you like remember, does anything come to like the top of your mind as far as like things that he would do that would just get people to laugh, or
Honestly, since we were really young filming it, um, just him saying the most random stuff was just made everybody laugh. We had the best time.
what do you remember if like when he would like do, say one of these like random things, did you guys ever like were you like filming and did you have to kind of like stop because people were laughing, or what were you able to like make, get through it without that?
I think everybody was able to get through it because everybody was super professional. But we'd definitely be holding back some tears.
That's hilarious. Now, Alex, I have to we've been asking everybody, and I'm sure you've probably been asked before, but are you team Alex or are you team Cole?
So when I first read the script, I was 100% Team Alex, but when I started to get into it, it would change every episode. Um, I was being really indecisive, but near the end, I think I'm Team Cole now.
Your team Cole. Okay. So, what's funny is, like I said, I've talked to a couple other people from the cast, and so far, everyone has picked Team Cole. I don't have one Team Alex so far.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So seems like everyone, but I know there's a lot of Team Alex's, out there for sure, like, in social media and stuff like that. So, and there's a lot of, other pairings that I'm sure we'll see more of in season two. Um, to wrap things up for you, Alex, is there anything else that you want to say about your time, working on the series, or anything else that you want to say to just the fans out there?
Well, to the fans, thank you so much for showing all your support to the movie and all of the cast. Um, I think everybody really deserved it on this one.
Definitely, for sure. And again, congratulations to you, to the rest of the cast for, for the incredible first season, but also for getting a season two. And Alex, as far as like social media goes, yeah, where can fans, keep up with your work as far as like, in the future, as far as projects go?
Well, my main is definitely Instagram. It's just my name, Alix West Lefler.
Okay, perfect. Well, yeah, I'll make sure to put that down, in the description so that way you guys can go give her a follow and keep up to date with all of her future projects. Alex, thank you so much, again for coming on the show, taking time out of your schedule. It was so much fun talking to you.
Thanks. Thank you for having me. Hey, my name is Alix West Lefler. I play Parker in My Life with the Walter Boys, and you are watching Pop Culture with Pat.